I honestly didn't think I was going to be needing to make this video because we had the meta already set in stone when it came to the best vest to use in DMZ for solo players. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the meta has actually changed due to the fact that two things changed in the DMZ. Number one, no more six-mans, no more platooning. And number three, there is not that spamming of the UAV. So the question now becomes is what is the best vest to use as a solo player or just as a player in general? Today we're going to be breaking down two concepts of the vest. Number one, if you play solo, which is the best vest I personally recommend, and number two, which is the best vest you should wear when you guys are playing as a team. Now, like I said, the meta has completely changed this time around in DMZ. Not only do we not have to worry about getting ambushed by six-man after six-man after six-man, but we don't have to constantly be worrying about the automatic spam when it comes to UAVs. The only time you'll get spam with UAVs if people actually did the pay to win one, where you have a UAV every single time you spawn. Generally speaking, though, this only happens to occur during the early stages of the match because people need to come up with money in order to purchase another one. So let's take a look at the plates, and then we're going to be diving in and telling you guys exactly which ones I personally believe to be the best ones. So we have, of course, the number one that was reigning supreme for Season 5, which is the Ghost Vest. As you guys remember, there was a lot of changes that happened within Season 5, extension of the UAV tower, the spamming of the UAVs in general. This caused the Stealth Vest to become number one. But unfortunately for now, he's going to have to step down just a little bit because there is a brand new king that comes to DMZ. And we're going to be talking about what that king is because the ones we have fighting for right now is a temper plate vest. We have the medic vest. These are the ones that are kind of going back and forth, in the comms vest. Now, this changes the meta completely because generally speaking, when we first had our tier list, we have for Season 5, we had the stealth vest, we had the temper plate vest, the medic, and then we had the comm vest. This time around, guys, we're going to be changing it up because if you guys recall during Season 2 and 3, when the vest got introduced, I might have been wrong there, it might have been like a third season, we had the temper plate number one, we had the medic vest, then we had the comms vest, and then we had the stealth vest due to the fact that it wasn't being utilized that much. Now the meta is completely changing, and now my meta has changed to the following. So if you are a solo player, guys, there are a couple things that you're going to want to make sure you're constantly aware of. And that is knowing if there's teams around you. And number two, being able to engage these teams if these teams are around you. Now, the thing becomes is if you don't have the access to a UAV very often, then you are going to be suffering from one problem, which was the advantage you had prior to this, which is being able to use a UAV after UAV after UAV. So the solo players kind of got a hit here because you theoretically have to know exactly when to proc that UAV for it to become viable. Now, when you're running around in El Mazra, wherever you guys may be running on Vondel, or you're running around in Ashika, your main source of information is going to come from three primary sources. Number one is the bots. Number two is of course, the minimap. And number three, the bar that spawns at the top of the map that you're able to see where the shots are coming from. Now, granted, these have all different altercations. If people are running ghosts, if people are running, particularly not shooting with a suppressor. But with that being said, you could get a lot of information that the comm vest would probably give you. And that's the reason why this time around, we're putting the comm vest all the way at number 4. I don't think the comm vest does so much for you. It's sometimes become a little bit annoying. And even sometimes it gets you killed because you're constantly hearing enemy team around you. And you're not able to hear someone walking up behind you, someone coming up a building. So we're going to place that at number 4. Now, coming in at number 3, guys, is we're going to be putting a vest that I believe to be personally the best vest when it comes to engagements with solos. But the problem with this vest is a couple things. Number one is you got to know how to utilize it and utilize it well. And a lot of people are running a auto equip when it comes to their plates. So if you're running this particular plate, which is a temper plate, this one will not function well unless you're not auto equipping your plates. And a lot of people run the auto equip. So that's the reason why I feel like this vest gets a little bit of a letdown. Number two, it doesn't give you any other beneficial elements as opposed to just being able to, engage a fight really fast. Now, The problem is that when you're a solo player, is you want to engage the fight really fast, but you also come in and have a disadvantage of not having any other sort of advantage when you're using this plate. So we're gonna put this at number 3. So now comes the time that we have 2 vests. We have the stealth plate, and then we have the medic plate. Now, me personally, guys, the vest that I think right now is reigning supreme is gonna be drumroll. Hold your horses, because I know what you guys are thinking. You're gonna say stealth plate. Nope, guys. Coming in at number 2, we are bringing in, yes, the stealth plate. The stealth plate once again is coming at number 2. It's dropped down from its number 1 spot, but I think it's still a very viable plate to have due to the fact that regardless if people have an advanced UAV, which is extremely expensive, we're not going to see that many of them, you're still going to be able to stay off the radar. And in addition to that, due to the fact that there is an upgrade to extend the duration of when there's a UAV around you, that stealth plate comes in clutch because you can kind of infiltrate the area without being detected, where the enemy team kind of feels a little bit like secure that they're going to be able to pick up anybody pushing in. It's a very nice way of surprising people. And of course, if you're a solo player and you're running with this, you're pretty much undetected unless someone spots you. I think this comes at number 2. But the number 1 plate, guys, is going to be the medic vest. And you're probably wondering, Laser, why the medic vest over the temper? Laser, why the medic vest over the the stealth vest? The reason why we're putting the medic vest over this is because it gives you such a huge advantage based on the changes we had in this season. Number 1, the bots got cranked up, so you theoretically might be going down to bots more than usual, and they're kind of like season 1 bots, a little bit less, but they're still hitting pretty hard. Not only that, there is a part of the game where the majority of the spots that are located in the game, once you clear them, bots go ahead and spawn in. Number 2, if you happen to run and pick someone up, which solo players tend to do, this is going to give you a huge advantage to not only revive your teammates, but also revive yourself a lot quicker. I think that right now the medic plate comes back to being number 1 as it was back in season 1. But I want to know from you guys currently right now, what plate are you running and what plate do you feel that it's number 1? Do you agree with me or you disagree with me? In the comment section down below, let me know. If you guys need help with anything in DMZ related, whether it be missions, whether it's Serpentine Camo, or whether it's just to have fun, make sure you guys go ahead, subscribe to the channel, turn on all notifications, and stop by the streams we stream every day to stop by and hang out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.